Hey everyone, my name is Jessica Montgomery of LuLaRoeJessMont, and I just wanted to come to you and introduce myself, tell you a little bit about me and about why I started selling LuLaRoe and how that's been going for me. So, like I said, my name is Jessica. I am a stay-at-home mom. I am a wife and a mother of two. My daughter is 11 years old. She's in sixth grade, and my son is 2. And so I stay home full time with him and work the LuLaRoe business. But backtracking a little bit, just to let you know kind of how I got here, I have always been somebody who has worked. I've identified myself with my career since I was really young. Even as a child, I worked. My family owned businesses. My dad ran a couple different restaurants that he owned. We ran a baseball card business when we were kids, and just always had some sort of business that we were involved in. So I remember as young as 6 or 7, like actually working. When we owned the baseball card business, we used to travel around and do like vendor shows and events. And by the time I was about 9, my dad owned his first restaurant, and we used to work on the weekends and sometimes in the evenings. I remember every Friday my dad would pick me up from school. We would drive out of town to where the restaurant was, and we'd stay all weekend and work, and then we'd come back home and go to school. And then at one point he owned a restaurant that was a lot closer while I was in middle school and high school, and I worked there then too. So I've kind of always been somebody that knew hard work paid off, and so I wanted to do that into my own life. And so as early as 15, I had went out and found my own first job working at a daycare. And so I always worked. When my son was born, I was working full time. I was working in the hotel industry. I was in the management department. And when I got pregnant, I decided I wanted to take on a job that was a little bit less stressful in that industry and required a few less hours. So I moved into the sales and marketing department and continued to do that during my pregnancy. And when after my son was born, I did go back to work and did most of my work from home, but I was finding that I just was not happy. I was really stressed out. I really wanted to enjoy time with my son, and it was just becoming very overwhelming. And so I decided one day to quit my job. And my husband supported that, although we didn't know what life was going to look like after that. And that was because we cut our income in half. So it was really, really difficult to do that. I felt very selfish for doing that, but I knew I needed to be home with my son, dedicate more time to my daughter and my family, and not be away at work all day long. So we had to move in with family. We later on moved out of town about 3 hours away so we could be closer to my family, but more importantly, move somewhere where the cost of living was a lot less so that we could afford to be on that single income. And even then, it was still really difficult. So I always knew I needed to find something to do. I was struggling on finding something to do, and was really considering going back to work. Maybe not in the same industry, but doing something. And I just wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I knew I needed to do something. And like many others, somewhere along that line, somebody was talking about LuLaRoe leggings and how soft they were. And at first I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. I'm not really sure if I would wear those prints or patterns. So of course, probably like a lot of you guys, I bought a pair of black leggings. And when I got them, I absolutely fell in love. And during that process, I kind of was watching people that were selling. I was looking into the business and eventually said, you know what, this is something that I want to do. And I actually had presented the idea to my sister, which ultimately we decided to start this business together. We are now both separate fashion consultants. So since then, we now each have our own business, which is amazing because we were able to do this separately from being successful when we started it together. And so it's really brought an opportunity for me to bring additional income in for our family, which was basically the number one reason of why I wanted to start LuLaRoe. Was I was looking to bring in some extra income for my family. We want to buy our first home. We want to, not stress about bills or groceries or, how we're going to deal with some of the day-to-day things that come up financially. It was becoming a major stress for us. So we started LuLaRoe, and it's been a huge relief. I have been the least stressed financially, maybe ever in my adult life, which is amazing. And I am doing something that I absolutely love. I am helping others do that now, and it has like fully changed my life. Especially when I've always identified myself with my career and, kind of what I'm doing. And now I get to do it on my own and have control of my own destiny in my career, and get to be a business owner and show my children, that hard work really does pay off. And they get to see it every day. Another huge thing is that I get to share LuLaRoe with people. I absolutely adore LuLaRoe. I wear it every single day. I love that everything that this company embodies and everything it's about and the sisterhood of it. And I get to share that with not only customers, but teammates who have become some of my closest friends in this business, and some of the best friends that I've ever had. And I would have never met them because they don't live by me. I don't know a lot of these people in person, but I see them regularly online, face to face in meetings, or not face to face, but electronically face to face in meetings. And it's been amazing. My sponsor, who is Brittany Fritz, she lives in Texas, so I've never met her in person, but she's absolutely amazing. Her sponsor is Kendra Pratt, who also lives in Texas, and I have never met before, but is absolutely amazing. They have really helped me grow my business into what it is now, and I am forever thankful for them for that. And I am enjoying being able to now start that journey with other women. A couple other goals that I had with starting a business was not just financial reasons for myself, but my dad has been somebody who has supported me in every decision I've ever made in my entire life. And he retired, I don't know, maybe almost 10 years ago. It's been a long time. Nah, maybe less than that. But he retired officially. But he went back to work, and he still works and does the same thing. And he's definitely a workaholic, and I definitely get that from him. But he, I want him to be done working, and he doesn't need to work. He works just because he likes to and he wants to, and he loves to be able to, take the grandkids on vacation and do fun things. And, working gives him all that extra money to do that. And so I want to be able to tell my dad, you don't need to go to work. If you want to go on vacation, if you want to take the grandkids, if you want to, go do this or that, you can go, and I can give you the money to do that. And you can just stay at home and relax, because he has worked his tail off for my family from the beginning. And I just want him to be home. He also works out of town, so he's gone like 4 days a week. So we all don't always see him all that often. So that is another reason I started LuLaRoe, and I'm super excited for the day I get to tell him, you don't have to go anymore. You can be done, because I am going to give you the money that you need and you want to be able to do those extra things that you do. And he doesn't have to sacrifice doing those things by leaving that job. And then, I already touched on this a little bit, but really like building relationships and kind of what it's become for me already. But I look forward to building so many more relationships with women and meeting more people and helping women get to a place where I'm at now and to where I will be in the future. I am such a happier person, outgoing, so many things, and I want to share that with so many other women. So I look forward to building those relationships and helping women grow their business and being successful and just kind of doing, LuLaRoe the way it's supposed to be done, and really building all these relationships along the way. So that's kind of it, you guys. I really just wanted to share a little bit of why I'm in this and how it all began. It has been a super exciting journey so far. I am super excited for what this journey is going to be. I cannot imagine where I will be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, or a year from now in this business. The amount that I've seen in the few months I've been here is absolutely amazing. So it is beyond my wildest belief to see what it's going to be. If you are interested in anything about this business, if you have any questions and you want to know more, or you just want to chat, feel free to email me, reach out to me on any of my social media. All of my links are below, and I would love to chat with you about this business and just give you any information maybe that you're looking for. You will find other videos here on my channel, different training type videos, update videos, things like that. I try and share as much information along the way as I can. So if you want to check out any of those, feel free to check out my channel and look at those videos, and hopefully I will have the opportunity to chat with you guys someday, whether it's just in my Facebook group, on Periscope, which is my favorite place to be. If you know me, you know I'm always on Periscope selling and chatting and training and just doing different things like that. So I look forward to seeing you guys somewhere in social media, maybe one day in person. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye.